Hey everyone, welcome to Newegg TV. My name is Paul, and today I'm going to be doing an overview of these 4 Intuos tablets from Wacom. Now let's start off with some compatibility information. For all 4 tablets we're looking at today, they're going to be compatible with Windows Vista Service Pack 3 or newer, so that includes Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1. For Mac users, you have compatibility with OS 10.6.8 or later, and bear in mind that all of these tablets have a USB interface, which is fairly ubiquitous with modern computers, but just bear in mind you will need a free USB port in order to connect them. And we're starting off with a look at the CTL 480, so this is a standard Intuos tablet as opposed to the Intuos Pro tablets that we'll be looking at a little bit further down the line. There's some specs with tablets that you should bear in mind. The first thing you're going to notice is what is known as the active area on the tablet itself. So in this particular tablet, your active area is 6 inches by 3.7 inches, and that's the area here that you can use the pen to interface with for drawing, artwork, or other types of features. I also want to point out this is a creative pen tablet. The rest of the tablets we're looking at today are pen and touch tablets. So this one will only interface with the pen. If you want touch, 10-point touch features as well, you're going to want to go with one of the other tablets that we'll be coming to in just a moment. The pen itself has a feature known as pressure sensitivity, and that's something that you're going to want to pay attention to. It's actually the pen interfacing with the tablet itself. This one has 1024 levels of pressure sensitivity, which means that by pressing more or less on the tablet, you can get it to behave in certain ways. So for instance, the brush you're using in your artwork program might go thicker if you push harder, or thinner if you push less, or the opacity that you're using might become more or less dense. Apart from that, you also have LPI, or lines per inch. So similar to DPI, for example, that's how many actual lines it can read in any given matrix, which means that the more or the higher that number for LPI, the more sensitive and the more detailed of an interface you will get. This particular tablet has 2540 LPI touch resolution, so that's pretty nice. Going over some of the specific details of this tablet, first off, for accessories, of course, you get your USB cable to connect it to your computer. You get that touch pen that has a couple buttons up here as well that you can use. And most of the buttons we're going to be talking about today, you can program to assign to specific functions depending on how you are comfortable doing your artwork. You also notice it has a colored tip here on the end, as well as a little colored tab at the top of the tablet. Those can actually be swapped out, which I'll show you just in a moment here for the accessories. So in here we have the black option there, so you have the ring for the pen as well as the tab there for the top of the tablet, so you can swap those out. That way, if you're using these in an environment where you have multiple ones, you can color code them so you know which is which. You also have a driver disk here, so you can get the tablet up and running. On the back of this disk there is a unique code that you can use to download some creative software, and all of the tablets we're talking about here come with some creative software available. This particular one is going to give you Autodesk Sketchbook Express as well as ArtRage 3 Studio. Apart from that, we have a quick start guide as well as some additional information about the Intuos Privilege program. Taking a closer look, you'll notice that it is fairly small but nice and lightweight for ease of use and portability, so if you like to take your creativity on the go, this might be a good option for you. You'll notice the Wacom logo down there at the bottom. The black strip at the top provides 4 buttons here. These are known as express keys. Again, these can be individually programmed to perform functions of your choice, whether it's switching between different brushes or other things like that I'm sure y'all creative types can find lots of unique ways to use those buttons. On the back here we have some rubber pads to keep it stable on the surface that you set it on, and then we have some optional functionality via a sold separately kit. You can actually turn this into a wireless tablet. I'll be showing you that kit because it comes out of the box with the Intuos Pro PTH651. We'll be talking about it at the end of this video. But if you buy that kit, you'll get a battery to provide power to the tablet when it's not plugged in via USB. It will also provide you with a wireless unit that plugs in right here, and then it's got a little storage space for the wireless dongle again, so if you take it on the go, you can pop it in there. If you take it to use with a different computer, it's an easy way to keep that stored and ready to go. Also at the center here you have another removable panel, and you can pop that off in order to remove that bit of colored bling there, so you can swap out to the other black color if you so desire. Moving on to the Intuos CTH680. This is the larger size version from the CTL480. So first off, of course, you get an 8.5-inch wide by 5.3-inch tall active area to work with. There's also a few other upgrades you get by going with this particular model though. The pen, for example, you still get your 1024 levels of touch sensitivity. However, they've added a touch sensitive eraser there at the back as well. So you can write on one side or you can flip it over on the back to erase as well. And the pressure sensitivity means you can do the same types of things you can do with the tip of the pen, so that's very convenient. 1024 levels of pressure sensitivity on both the tip as well as the eraser. For accessories, you're still going to get your color options here, so you've got your Wacom black that you can swap out with the blue there at the top, as well as the ring for the pen itself, so you can color code that. Speaking of this little flap at the top, I noticed that you can actually take your pen and drop it in right there. A little bit of storage, so if you take that on the go, it keeps your pen attached to the tablet itself. Of course, you still get your USB adapter here for plugging the tablet in and connecting it up to your computer. You get the same accessory package as well that we saw with the CTL480, but you do get a bit better software package here with this upgraded version. The software suite includes Adobe Photoshop Elements 11, Autodesk Sketchbook Express, Corel Painter Lite, as well as Nik Color Effects WE3. For the tablet itself, apart from the larger size, you still get access to your 4 express buttons up here on the top right and top left. Around on the back, of course, you're still going to have your rubber padding here to keep the tablet nice and stable on whatever surface you set it on, as well as your removable panels here at the top for adding in that wireless connectivity as an optional upgrade if you so desire. And the panel here you can remove to swap out your colored tag. Now, a big upgrade from this tablet, actually, from the previous one we just looked at, is the fact that it's both pen and touch capable. So you can, of course, use the included pen to draw, but you can also have 10-point touch capability, which means you could use this for a touch mouse, for example, if you wanted to. But there's a lot of other functionality involved there, such as the ability to use touch gestures in order to do things like scrolling, zooming, and rotating. And now we have moved up to the Intuos Pro series. So this is the Intuos Pro PTH451. This one has an active area on the screen of 6.2 inches by 3.9 inches vertically. And then they've also added some features here. So you might notice the pen distinctly different here than the previous tablets that we took a look at. Now you're still going to get the same functionality out of the pen, but one of the great features of the Pro series is they've doubled up the pen's sensitivity as well as the sensitivity of the tablet area itself. So you're jumping up to 2,048 pressure levels available on the pen. So again, that's just going to give you a finer degree of control. The touch resolution is also doubled from the tablets we've already looked at, so you get 5,080 LPI touch resolution. Again, enhanced clarity and enhanced resolution there, so you can have finer degree of control over the detail. The pen, of course, still has the eraser function on the back, as well as an enhanced ergonomic ambidextrous design, which also has kind of a nice soft rubber finish. Apart from that, for accessories, you can get, of course, the USB cable, although this one also comes with the included wireless kit, so I'll be showing you how that installs in just a moment, but it does include a lithium-ion battery to keep the tablet powered while you don't have it plugged in. Of course, you're going to use the USB cable to charge. It also has a little pen holder, which I think is nice. Kind of has an inkwell design, so you can take your pen and set it to the side, keeps it from rolling off the desk and that sort of thing. As far as the rest of the accessories in here, these are essentially the same as the two tablets that we already took a look at. However, the color coding options are a little bit different. You can't color code the tablet itself, but they do give you 3 different colored rings, a gray, red, and a white, as well as the black that's already included along with the pen. Taking a closer look at the PTH451, this does still have the pen and touch interface, so it's got a 10-point touch interface you can use, as well as the pen, of course, for interacting with the computer or drawing. You have enhanced express keys over on the left side there, so you might notice that there are 6 now instead of 4. The center one has a raised nub, so you can easily tell without looking if you're just watching your computer screen as you're drawing. And then also in between them, you have a multi-function touch ring. So it's got a touch-sensitive area around here, as well as a button there in the center. And then again, you can use that for scrolling, zooming. You can use it to change brush size. There's a lot of customizability you can do with this. The software package included with this tablet also will allow you to control out of those functions on screen rather than having to look over at the tablet itself, which should help improve your workflow. Again, getting those things set up and intuitively placed is very key if you do a lot of design work. Down here at the bottom, you'll notice some larger rubber pads, again for keeping it nice and stable, your product model number and all that good stuff. And then down here on the end, you have your USB plug for plugging in directly to the computer as well as charging, and then these sections over here, which can be accessed via this panel. So you just pop that off, and right up here you have a space to install that battery. Let's see if I can do this nice and smoothly. Hey, there we go. And then down here at the bottom you have a removable plastic piece where you can attach this wireless unit. So that's the unit that plugs into the tablet itself, like so. And then you also have just a blank spot right there that's got a removable nub. So let me show you a more functional way of doing this, but with the plastic panel put back on. You'll notice the wireless unit is installed right there. You actually also have access to a power button on there. That's kind of nice. And then if you're taking this on the go, you can simply pop off that little unit. This is just the wireless nub that connects to your computer, and you can pop this in like so and take it on the go with you. Assuming you don't have big fat fingers, of course. Wait, there it goes. All right, installed, nice and clean. And you also get free creative software along with this tablet. Again, you get Adobe Photoshop Elements, you get Anime Studio Debut, Autodesk Sketchbook Express, as well as Nik Color Effects Pro Select Edition. And finally, we have the Intuos Pro PTH651. This is the big daddy, but actually I've already told you guys most of the features that are included here. So if you've been watching and you checked out the PTH451, you get basically everything that was included. That includes pen and touch interface, so you can use either the pen or the 10-point touch to interface. It of course includes the ergonomic ambidextrous pen with the eraser on the back as well. Some buttons up there at the front that you can program. Nice rubberized soft touch finish. You did get, of course, an increased size here, so the actual active area on this one is 8.8 inches wide by 5.5 inches tall, so more space to work with. Also, as a result, over on the left side for your express keys, you get a total of 8 rather than 6, and again, you've got some raised nubs on those so you can more easily tell which is which without actually having to look away from your computer screen. You also get the multifunction touch ring right there that you can use for zooming or changing your brush size or anything like that. You get the inkwell holder for your pen, of course. You get the same software package with Adobe Photoshop Elements as well as all of the other software that I told you about with the other Pro tablet. You get 3 customizable rings here for your pen itself, so you can color code that. And of course you get the wireless kit that you can install to change this from a wired tablet into a wireless tablet, freeing you up from cables and giving you a bit more ease of use. This does also come with a USB cable. Sorry, we left that out of the accessories a moment ago, but that is included for charging or for just using it as a wired tablet. Here's a look at the tablet itself. Again, larger size, all the buttons on the left side. Flipping around to the back. This is very thin. Actually, all these tablets are extremely thin and lightweight, so if you want to put them in a notebook bag or something like that, they're easy to take on the go. Again, large rubber feet on the back, and then you have the removable panels down here so you can pop in your battery or set up your wireless kit for that. And then if you're just going to go straight for USB, then that plug is right there. And that's going to wrap it up for this overview of these Intuos Pen and Touch tablets from Wacom. You can find links to these products in this video's description. And while you're at it, go ahead and leave us some feedback if you're over on YouTube, a comment down in the comment section, or go ahead and click the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.